When you're coaching a team member, colleague or client and helping them set goals, what is the optimal level of challenge? When will a goal be motivating? Can a goal challenge be too big? Can it be too small maybe? A good rule of thumb to keep in mind is the Goldilocks Principle. As human beings, we love challenges. If a task is significantly below our current abilities though, it'll be boring. And if it's significantly beyond our current abilities, it can be intimidating and discouraging. To be highly motivating, tasks really need to be right on that border between success and failure. We love to master a skill just beyond our current horizons and our current capabilities. And we call this phenomenon the Goldilocks Principle. You may remember the fairy tale where Goldilocks enters the bear's family's house and tries the 3 portions of porridge. One portion was too hot, another too cold, while the third was just right, and she was happy. The Goldilocks Principle, in the same way, states that humans experience peak motivation when working on tasks that are right on that edge of their current abilities. Not too hard, not too easy, just right. If we're working on challenges of optimal difficulty, then we will not only be motivated, but also experience a boost in happiness and sense of achievement. And this blend of happiness and peak performance is sometimes referred to as being in the flow, which is what athletes and performers experience when they are in the zone. Flow is that mental state we experience when we are at our most productive and so focused on the task at hand that the rest of the world almost fades away around us. As leaders and coaches, we are aiming to help our team members and coachees develop and grow, build new capabilities, and become more resourceful. And the level of challenge in the goal and the journey towards the goal should stretch the coachee while they at the same time learn and grow. So what type of coaching questions could be helpful when you're exploring goals with your coachee? Well, you could simply ask, how motivated are you to reach this goal? This will give you an immediate sense of the coachee's perception of the level of challenge as well as how important it is to them. And to narrow it down a bit further, you could ask, how confident on a scale from 1 to 10 are you that you can achieve your goal? If the answer is 10 out of 10, maybe it's actually too easy. And for me, a 10 out of 10 is a bit of a red flag. Why are we even discussing this if it's so easy? And what has stopped them from doing it already? If the answer, on the other hand, is 1 or 2 out of 10, maybe they perceive the goal as too big and intimidating to be motivating. So a good tip here, if it appears to be too big a goal, consider breaking the goal into smaller but increasingly challenging goals which seem more manageable while still stretching. And as the coachee starts to achieve the initial milestones, they build confidence, and you can encourage them to step up the pace, making the next sub-goal along the road a bigger stretch than the previous one to maintain motivation, as per the Goldilocks Principle. And a third question you could ask, once you have achieved this goal, what will you have learned? Or you could also phrase it along the lines of what capabilities will you have? This encourages the coachee to also recognize their increased capabilities and what they might be able to apply elsewhere. Another aspect really important to consider to help motivation and peak performance over an extended period is how to ensure a sense of progress and reinforce success. And not only do we need to work on challenges at the right degree of difficulty, but we also need to get regular and ideally actually immediate feedback on our performance, evidence that we're succeeding and getting closer to our goal. This encourages us to keep going, basically. So in summary, if you want to break down that myth of how we stay motivated for the long term, we could simply say, stick to the Goldilocks Principle and work on stretching tasks of just manageable difficulty. And alongside that, put measures of progress in place with regular feedback. I hope you enjoyed this short video.